Section 1 of Harper's Young People, Volume 1, Issue 1, November the 4th, 1879. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Julia Lenardon. Harper's Young People, Volume 1, Issue 1, November the 4th, 1879. Section 1. The Brave Swiss Boy. 1. The Swiss Peasant and His Son. The first beams of the morning sun were tipping with fire the jagged and icy peaks of the Wellhorn and Matterhorn, those gigantic monarchs of the Bernese Oberland, when a slender youth came out to the door of a small herdsman's cottage near Meiringen and looked up at the sky to note the weather. "We shall have a splendid day, father," said he, after glancing all around for a few minutes. "There isn't a cloud to be seen, and the fir trees sparkle like silver in the morning air." "I'm glad to hear it, Walter," replied a powerful voice from inside the cottage, "for I must cross the hill to Grindelwald today to see my cousin. It is a long journey, and much pleasanter in fine weather than in rain and fog. You can let out the goats and look after the cow, for we must milk them before I go." "Oh, Liesli is not far off," was the rejoinder. "I see her coming along. She is passing Frieshart's house now. She is a good cow and always knows when it's milking time." "But what is that?" he exclaimed after a short pause. "Frieshart is driving her into his yard. Hi, neighbor, what are you doing? Don't you know whom that cow belongs to?" "Yes, of course I do," replied the farmer roughly, "but I've taken a fancy to the cow and mean to keep her. You can tell your father that if you like, and say that if he wants her, he can come and fetch her." "Father, father," cried the boy, turning round, "neighbor Frieshart has taken our cow away. Come and get her back." Obeying his son's call, Toni Hirzel hastened out of the cottage just in time to see his neighbor locking the byre upon Liesli, the only cow he possessed. "Oh, my friend," he exclaimed, "what is the meaning of this?" "Don't you understand, Hirzel?" replied the neighbor in a mocking and sarcastic tone. "Recollect what you promised me the other day. You have been owing me 40 francs since last winter, and said you would pay me yesterday. But, as you have forgotten it, I have taken your cow, and mean to keep her till I get the money back." Toni Hirzel frowned and bit his lips. "You know very well," said he, "that I have not been able to pay my small debt. My poor wife's illness and funeral cost me a great deal of money. But you know quite well that I am an honest man, and that there is no need for you to behave in such an unkind and unfriendly way toward me. It is not neighborly, Frieshart." "Neighborly? Nonsense," replied the farmer. "The cow belongs to me until you pay the money." With these words he turned on his heel and went into his house, the size and general appearance of which bespoke the comfort, if not the luxury, of its owner. With a sad and anxious expression, Toni Hirzel followed him with his eye. "But, father," said the youth in surprise and anger, "do you mean quietly to put up with that? I wouldn't suffer it if I were you." "Hush, hush, my boy," replied his father quietly. "It is certainly not very kind of Frieshart to treat a poor neighbor in such a harsh way. But he has the law on his side, for I can't deny that I owe him the money. I should have paid him long ago if it had been possible, but your poor mother's illness and death prevented me. We must have patience. I dare say my cousin will lend me the 40 francs if I ask him, and then we shall get our cow back again. Don't be afraid, Watty. You shall see Liesli feeding in the meadow again tomorrow." "Yes, that she shall, father," said the boy in a decided tone. "She shall be brought back whether you get the money or not. Frieshart shall..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?